My name is John Helton.
My name is Logan Mullen.
Hi, my name is Shane Vogt.
I'm United States Army Infantry. Brittany Helton is my baby sister.
I'm in the United States Air Force. I've been in for 3.5 years. Emily Mullen is my sister.
And I am a discharged Navy veteran. I am related to Brittany Helton. I am her older brother.
Are you active duty, reserve, retired, or discharged?
I am active duty.
I am honorably discharged. There's 3 different kinds of discharge. Dishonorable, other than honorable, and honorable.
When I was in the Navy, I was active duty. I joined from September of 2011 is when I left for boot camp, and was honorably discharged August of 2018.
What/who inspired you to go into the military?
My family.
I had family history in the past of military service, but I can't say that was really a lot of it. Mostly I joined the military because I wanted to test myself. I wanted to see how far I can go, what I could do, what I was capable of, and I thought it would be fun.
I joined the military because of multiple reasons. Probably the biggest one, number 3, was my great-grandfather was in the Navy during World War II. He flew the F-4U Corsair aircraft, and basically as I was growing up, he'd tell me all kinds of crazy stories, and it intrigued me.
Personally, what was harder for you, basic training or active military?
I would say active duty military now.
Basic training is its own toughness in itself. A lot of running and a lot of standing and a lot of sitting on floors. We were not privileged to have chairs or anything like that. We had to earn that.
Basic training, hands down, was easiest. The reason why is because you don't even have to exist as an independent human being in basic training. You literally get told where to go, what to do, what to think, and you have meals at a certain time, you have sleepy time at a certain time.
What was your favorite part of basic training?
Eating and sleeping.
What was your least favorite part?
Running and getting yelled at.
Where did you go to basic training?
Lackland Air Force Base, Texas.
So basic training is in Great Lakes, Illinois. That's the only place the Navy does basic training anymore. Once you finish basic training, you're issued a rate or an MOS. Basically, that means job title. And then from there, you'll go to your career school or your initial school.
So OSIT, one station unit training for the infantry, is always in Fort Benning, Georgia.
If you could go back and change something about what you did before training, what would it be?
I would commission to be an officer and not go enlisted.
I joined the military late, so I went to school, graduated high school, went to college, started machine tool technology program and electronics program, and then tapered off of those because I was burnt out on school and got my welding certifications and went and did welding for a while. When the economy flopped in 2008, 2009 is when I joined just before I joined, because my job went away and I was unemployed for a little while. So I was working jobs here and there trying to pay bills and everything.
A couple months before I joined, I slipped something in my back trying to lift something heavy because I was still working at the time. And I was paralyzed for nearly a week. I couldn't hardly move. And I didn't say anything because I thought it would bar me from going in or prolong me being able to go in. And it's kind of a process to get to that point anyway, so I don't want to do that again.
Tell us a funny moment that involves you and a sergeant.
Not school appropriate.
I cannot find a school-appropriate answer for that. I can say my favorite sergeant, probably my favorite human being in the world, was First Sergeant Battle. His last name was actually Battle. Imagine Mr. Clean and with body armor and a gun. He's awesome. He's like 400 pounds pure muscle, bald as can be, just a hilarious personality, and also the agility of a ninja, which defied all physics.
During my schooling in Lemoore, California, if we did good as a class, we'd get a 2-hour lunch break once a week. We all had a bunch of 4-wheel drives and everything. We figured, we'll just go get a cheeseburger and we'll go 4-wheeling for a little bit and have fun. Great idea, not so much. We ended up going 4-wheeling and getting stuck with one of the Jeeps for 8 hours and missed our class. So we had to make some phone calls, got a severe chewing on, and had to have some people come rescue us out. Life sucked for the next couple of months after that.
How many times have you been deployed?
Currently none. I will be going on deployment in December to Guam for Operation Christmas Drop. It's a humanitarian aid program that gives clothes, food, stuff like that to people who live in the islands who can't actually have access to stuff like that. So it's a really cool thing.
I was deployed 3 times, mostly 7th Fleet. I bounced through Germany and Italy a couple times. Bounced through Hawaii, Alaska. Those are usually the pit stops on the way out to 7th Fleet. I've been to the Philippines, Guam, Korea. I've been to the DMZ in Korea. It's interesting and weird. I've been to Japan. I think I said the Philippines, and I'm trying to remember. There's one other place I can't remember. Oh, Wake Island, but that's another pit stop. But there's another place I just can't remember off the top of my head.
I didn't actually deploy. I was in pre-deployment training when I got my legs hurt, my knee and my tibia. And I was actually excited to deploy, but I never actually got to deploy. Kind of a regret. I ended up coming home with that honorable discharge because it gave me the option to re-enlist, whereas if I had gone out for a medical reason, I would have been barred from re-enlisting. I would have gotten maybe free money in the mail every month for disability, but I wouldn't have been able to re-enlist.
Where's your favorite place you've been?
It's going to be Guam.
Guam's cool, but it gets old really fast. Germany was really cool. I really liked Germany. Japan's really neat too. Really good food. People are super nice.
What is your least favorite place you've been deployed?
None.
Philippines was pretty okay. The working conditions were not favorable. We were stuck in a refrigeration car that like a semi-truck uses for hauling produce down the road. That was our bedding area, so we slept in hammocks and everything with one AC unit with 80 people in 100-something degree weather with 100% humidity. So you're drinking well over a gallon of water a day just to stay hydrated, and you're still urinating yellow.
Have you ever envied another branch?
I'd say all of them have their things I envy them for. I would say all of them equally. They have all cool things.
Not really, no. We're all unique in our own way. Air Force has probably the best hookup. Being they make the most money, even though everybody's paid the same, but branch-wise, there is science and development branch, so they get some extra money for things, so their bases tend to be fancier and such.
I could feel First Sergeant Battle in my ear right now whispering no, so no, never envied another branch. Army's the best. Who?
A favorite / least favorite branch and why?
Probably the Navy. They seem to have laxer regulations than us.
I said if anything, maybe the Air Force, because their bases usually are in pretty cool locations, and they always got like the nicest food and everything like that.
Favorite branch, Army, because I got paid to say that. Least favorite branch, Air Force, because it's fun to diss on the Air Force.
If you could choose where to be deployed, where would it be and why?
I would say probably Iraq or Afghanistan. More money.
I'd go back to Germany again in a heartbeat. Germany was really cool. Really good food, beautiful country, a lot of cool heritage, really neat castles, things like that. It was great. My second choice would probably be Japan. Japan had really good food, really good sites, really good heritage, and the people there are just super nice.
Japan, because I want to see if it's like the animes.
What is one thing you wish you could change about bases?
Bases? More information before you go to them.
Depends what base. Some bases are really cool and other ones really suck, like Lemoore. Lemoore base really sucks. Probably the one worse than that is El Centro, California. That one's absolutely terrible. The next one after that would be Fallon, Nevada. That base is BFE nowhere. I think the only cool thing you can do there is you can drink a 6-pack of beer and race go-karts on that base.
You have to keep in mind that military bases exist to protect federal property, among other things. And as a soldier, you are federal property. You're not an individual person anymore. Like, I almost got defacing federal property charge for a scar I have on my chest right here. That could have been seen as self-inflicted because of the funny way that it happened. So, bases are weird, but there's a reason why they're weird. There's a lot of bad things about it, but I'm not going to get into that.
What is some advice you could give to kids that want to join the military?
If you're going to join the military, you got to make sure you really want to do it. If you want a job, fight for the job you want, not the one they give you. That'd be my advice.
The only advice I would give is don't choose a dummy job. Don't go in and be a potato peeler, or I'll just say no offense to them or anything like that, but don't be an infantryman or something like that. Like, choose a job title that has potential to it. Go in as a mech, go in as a nurse, go in as electronics tech, go in as a sonar tech, go in as a pipe fitter. The big one that pays really well in the Navy and you advance really fast and you get really good jobs when you get out is the nuclear program. There's tons and tons of other jobs that you can definitely look into and talk to your recruiter about, and don't let them sweet talk you in anything particular. You go with what you want to do, because their goal is to try and get you in. They don't care what job you get, but they want to get you in.
Okay, so don't join for superficial reasons. There's going to be a lot of times in the military where you have to dig deep, kind of hold on tight to the reason why you joined, or maybe some newfound reason since you joined that you need to stay in. But make sure that whatever reason you join is something heavy enough to keep you grounded when you're at the physical limits of a human being. Don't join for superficial reasons. That is my advice.